We are live. Okay, we're pretty much ready to start. Running a little bit late, which reminds me, gotta remember to turn on the lights. Ready to rock and roll here. And if you have seen the title, as you can obviously see from the title, we're going to be talking about some broadcasting. So, here we go. Welcome to another episode of Pete's Tech Den. This is show number 43, and it's recorded on September. What am I saying? Let's start that over. Yeah. Welcome to another night of Pete's Tech Den. This is show number 43, as recorded on May 6th, 2016. This is a show where we talk about cool ways in which we can take old tech and reuse it in new ways, particularly old computers, and then just in general, how we can do cool things with technology without breaking the bank. And then occasionally, we'll delve into some of the kind of other issues, non-technical issues that surround technology, whether it be moral issues or just other things that kind of pique something that I'm thinking about myself, which I think is what we did last week, if I remember correctly. Well, actually not last week. It's been a few weeks. We're back again. We're going to try to get this back on a more consistent schedule. But yeah, hopefully that'll work. But yeah, it's been I think it's been 4 weeks ago now, about a month ago, where we talked about the hidden costs of free. You always go back and watch that. It's out on YouTube and, well, working toward the new site. But tonight, we're going to be talking about OBS. It's open broadcasting software. It's what I'm using actually right now to broadcast this out to you. Using it in place of, I mean, you can go out there and start, using Google Hangouts. You can just, use that as your way of broadcasting out to YouTube. There's also some other ones I know other people have used. I know Wirecast has one, and vMix is another one I heard of. Some of those allow you to do some kind of cool things above and beyond. With Hangouts, you're stuck in kind of one set of layouts of how the video is going to be. It's pretty distinctive. When somebody's using Hangouts. The benefit of using some of these other software is that you can basically create your own layout, and kind of do some other cool things. Obviously, the thing is, a lot of these softwares cost a lot of money, whether it be vMix, or no, that's different. Wirecast. But there's another option, and it's called OBS. It stands for the Open Broadcasting Software. It's open source, as a lot of the things that we talk about here are. But this is a kind of it's a cool piece of software to use. here I'm bringing, sorry, just setting it up so I can show you the interface. Kind of an, this is the interface of OBS, except, yes, that's right. It's like, looking at the picture of it, and it looks like it flipped, and it's not. Get that wonderful, never-ending, where it just kind of repeats itself. But this is kind of some of the things that you can do. You can bring in a bunch of different audio sources. You can have your different scenes. This one here I'm showing you on the left, that's, obviously the main cam. And then we've got this one. Where I'm able to show you the actual software. That one is for me to show you the browser. That was one I had set up when I had a second camera hooked up. But you can really customize things however you want. See, oh, that's actually a second. Just hit me that. I was going to show you some of the different options, but it's kind of hard to do when it pops up in a second window. Okay, let's just do it this way. Let's pop back to this little list. Kind of telescoping down to nothing. But yeah, you can, here's some of the things. You can add things like text, media source, video capture. That's going to be like your camera, stuff like that. Audio output, audio input. I have the jack kind of audio system installed, so I could bring something like in through that. And obviously you can do some things like screen capturing. So you can capture the entire screen, or you can just do like a window capture where you're able to just take a single window out, which is what I'm doing to show you the OBS. Or you can bring in an image. So kind of as you think about, kind of the pluses and minuses of something like this. Like something like this can be great for, for a single person. If you get into more than one, you could use something like a Skype or something like that. Yeah, Skype would be pretty much the, and then just screen capture, or not screen capture, window capture would probably be best. Or I suppose you could do screen capture, to bring that person in. Oh, that would be just the video. I'm not sure. Not sure how you'd bring the audio in. That would be interesting. I've had to do it because I've just been me. But if you have another, if you're able to get a hold of another server, whatever, it doesn't need to be anything spectacular. You can do a setup where you can have multiple people with an open broadcast, OBS on their computer, broadcasting to a single server. So you bring everybody together into one server, and then then that one server you're able to, put together your layout and then broadcast that layout out to, YouTube or any number of, whatever service you're going to send it out to. Which kind of, I don't know, brings that whole, bringing everybody together in a very nice way. Very nice. So we're gonna attempt on the show tonight to do setup. I haven't tried this out. Just gonna see how it goes. I mean, just kind of give you a very realistic experience of how to get all this set up. Now I will say I do have OBS already installed on both computers. Because basically you're using OBS to broadcast to OBS, and then OBS broadcasts out. So basically, if you have multiple OBSs going into one OBS, and that one OBS going out to YouTube, kind of a setup. And the article that I found, it kind of brought this kind of idea up. So what we're gonna try to follow, and I'll post a link to it in the show notes. He said he tried basically set up his server as a Raspberry Pi, and it was capable of doing three simultaneous streams. So I'm assuming 3 in and then 1 back out, kind of a thing. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it means, really all you need is $35. And then, if you're gonna have people coming in from other locations, you're probably gonna want to get that Raspberry Pi out so that it has an extra, get it accessible from the outside, probably through some sort of just lost my train of thought. Through a dynamic DNS, or through like a host name, your little URL, something besides the IP address would probably make it helpful. But with that said, we're gonna jump in and see if we can get this thing working. If we do, I'm gonna try to switch. We'll try to switch streams midstream and see if I can get it. Okay, so we will bring over this. As I just realized I need something. Okay. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Okie dokie. So, basically, the first thing you're going to need to do is to, basically, you're installing, you need to install, the Nginx server, that's how you pronounce it, server, on the thing that's actually going to be a server. So we need to install just a few packages, and then we're going to have to basically download the Nginx server and compile it. There we go. So yeah, I have no idea how long this is going to take. we'll see whether whether it was a smart thing to try to do this live or not. So here, we just installed a few packages. Now we're going to download. There we just downloaded the Nginx, and now we need to go out and get the Nginx, the RTMP module. Oops. Really. Because basically what you're doing is you're going with an RTMP stream from the first from your original computer, your OBS, and you're doing an RTMP stream up to the server, and then the server will take that and you'll be able to bring that into into OBS. Trying to do more than one thing at a time. So basically now we've just basically unzipped the files. It's super just what you need. I mean, super exciting. That's what I meant. Yeah. And now we're going to make. So right now we're basically compiling. The server with the RTMP module. So next we'll be installing it, and then we gotta configure it and get okay. So yeah, that was that. So far, so good. Okay. It's going far smoother than I expected. Okie dokie. Okay. The very okay, now this is where it's getting still getting used to this Navi. There we go. Oops. Okay. Okay. Why? Okay, so basically here you're configuring. Just look at this, make sure I'm doing everything. Okay, so basically here you're setting up the RTM, the server to listen for RTMP streams on a specific port. But yeah, so it will, all this works, it'll be a little bit more interesting than watching. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's that. This is I have to say, I was expecting this to be a little bit more, a little harder than I. Okay, maybe it was making it a little harder than. Okay, let's make sure. Saying I missed something. It's why it'd be good to make sure you. Good to make sure to watch those. Make sure you watch those the error messages. They can sometimes they are helpful. Okay, now we can go back and do this. That's such an unexpected something. So it is one. Oh. Don't know why. I don't remember putting. Okay. Now we're good to go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so actually, wow, that went fast. So, that's all the setup. Like, that's pretty simple. Well, okay, not all of the setup. Now, we have to go set it up so that this computer that I'm on right now will stream to another computer, which will stream to YouTube. We'll see if we can pull this off, switch it live, but we'll see. Okay, just gotta make sure that this other computer has the correct stream. There's no way to know. Okay, so I'm gonna be gone for just a split second as I take one down and bring the other one up. So I'll be back in just a jiffy. Okay, here we go. Okay, why is that not working? Okay, why is that not working? Okay, why is that not working? Okay, so you should be able to hear me now, I think. If I don't know why the video is not going through, but just a split second. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if this worked. I tried it, but well, it doesn't appear to have worked. Okay, so it doesn't appear to have worked. YouTube went crazy. And so this part of the show is now going not live. And does not appear to be. I've gotten audio working. The audio is working going through. For some reason, it does not like the video.